just breathe normally.
At National Jewish Hospital in Denver today, 12-year-old Elena Perry undergoing tests for food allergies, including peanuts.
Good job.
After she developed a serious rash by just touching a peanut shell.
I think our greatest fear is that she would get into something and have an allergic reaction. And we're not there to help her out. 1 in
13 children has a peanut allergy. Today, word of a potential breakthrough after a California company reported that a daily capsule of a special peanut flour sprinkled on food desensitized children to small amounts of peanuts. Of nearly 500 children studied, 67% were able to tolerate exposure to 2 peanuts, compared to just 4% who received a placebo.
The goal is that clinically that would protect them from an accidental exposure or from having an allergic reaction in the real world.
Life-threatening reactions can include difficulty breathing, swelling of the throat, wheezing, and coughing. Importantly, the daily capsule does not allow children to suddenly start eating peanuts. Immune Therapies plans to seek FDA approval later this year. As for Elena,
I hope that I'll be able to go to more restaurants and eat more foods.
Hope that a peanut allergy won't force her to live in fear. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.